Now, this video is actually... Oh, hi, this is Brian Hegney, instructor of Game and Interactive Media Design. Now, this video is really going to be about fixing something. I'm going to isolate the top. I noticed that... Oh, now it's fixed. Okay. Well, never mind. I'm going to... Well, no, I'm not going to delete this, because I'm going to show you. At one point, I thought that the material on here was not proper. I thought there were some materials that were actually the yeah, so here's the material. So this bottom of this plank is actually the the wrong material, so I want to fix that right now. So what I'm going to do is go into the Modify tab. This is a Pro Boolean object, which is fine for right now. It just means that we can't really just select the faces yet. So I'm going to add an edit poly on top of it. Well, I could do this, or you know what else I could? I could right-click this object and say convert to editable poly. Not mesh, poly. And that's going to basically change it from a Pro Boolean to an editable poly. I am going to select faces and select all of the faces, right? I have everything selected. Now what you'll notice is under ID, you can't see anything. Now here's, if I deselect everything and I just select this face, its ID is 2. If I select the top, whoops, I'm going to click Q so I don't accidentally move something. Its ID is 1. And what that does is that means whatever face ID under polygon material ID, if it's 1, it's going to be the wood material, and if it's 2, it's going to be the metal hoop material that we made in a previous step, and if it's 3, it's going to loop back to like 1, if that makes sense. So I just want to select every single face here. Whoops. Select every face. Make sure I select every face and set ID to 1, and that's going to set that to all of it to brown, or to the wood material. There we go. Disable selection mode, right click and isolate, and now I'm back. Okay, so that's fixing the materials. Now I want to show you how we get this to the bottom of the barrel. What I'm going to do is go into front mode, and basically we're going to use the mirror mode, or the mirror modifier. So with this object, the top selected, I'm going to click on the modifier and go to mirror. Now this does exactly what it says it does. It makes a mirror of whatever you have. Now, right now, let me just go ahead and isolate this selection. Right now, it's mirroring across itself in the center. Now, if I offset this, just to show you what this offset does, okay. Now, since we have a circle, it doesn't actually make sense that it's mirroring. You'll see why in a second. Now, I'm going to say, what if I want a copy of that? Yay. So now I've copied this object, okay? And we can make a mirror of it. Yay. That's not what I really want to do, though. I want my mirror axis to be along the z-axis, okay? And the other thing I want to do is offset it in the opposite direction. There. And so now what I'm doing, it's basically mirroring across this plane down to the bottom, and I'm offsetting it in a negative direction so that it will go the other way. Now I'm going to end isolate, go into front viewport, and just make sure that isolation is a good distance. I'm going to see, where is it here? Okay. I'm going to just make sure it's roughly in the center. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold down Alt when I do that. There. Now, if I orbit around here, it should be pretty good. Yeah. The most important thing is that it doesn't project out of this object, out of itself, and I don't think it's going to. Good. There. That's it. The next thing I'm gonna want to do is probably attach that. I'm gonna go to edit poly. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go to edit poly. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna save this as 09. File, save as 09. Oh, do you want to replace it? Actually, yes, I do. And now I'm going to save this as another one, 10, because what I'm going to do is slightly destructive. And if I ever need this top and bottom again, I'm going to just open up that version. Okay, so I'm going to click on the barrel and click on Edit Poly again to attach the top and bottom there. Now we are one object, completely one object. This is called Box01. I'm actually going to call this HP underscore barrel. I thought I did at one point, and maybe I didn't. This is now the high poly barrel. The next thing I want to do is really make sure that the gizmo, the pivot point, is set to the very center to object, yay, and now align it to itself in the Z position, set that pivot point to the minimum, and say okay. I just want to do that just to make sure, in case I've changed it at all. This is at 0, 0, 0. The pivot point is at the bottom in the very center of the object there. There's my barrel. It's pretty much set except for a couple key things. In the next video, we're going to make the rivets for all of these things. And okay, that'll be fun. Bye.